the first thing that you have to do is to make sure that you have your pet threat presence on. You have to do this every single time you walk in. Summon your pet, go into the pet tab, and make sure that your threatening presence is on. I would not recommend using infinitely divisible ooze. It ended up not being very good, but the rest of the talents here, I think, are pretty solid. Doom gives you have a lot of movement globals. So Doom just gives you something to press on the move that is charge regen. So I think Doom is really powerful. Demonic Strength is for sure the play to give your pet some extra threat so you don't get threat. Valfian and Grimoire is good. I'm not 100% sold on the Grimoire though. Maybe Inner Demons is better, and you just press so you get a better Tyrant every 1.5 minutes with Valfian and Valfian on cooldown. Demon Skin is very important though. Mortal Coil is also pretty good. But the whole point of this is to make your pet tank. Like, you just want your pet to tank and keep it alive. It's not gonna die unless the left ad here, Jarl Velbrand, is focused. Or as we would say in Norway, Jarl Værbrand. So I don't really focus too much on like big tyrants or anything. But I want to make sure that I set up a tyrant, and then this guy is going to walk into my cleave here. So that's kind of like a good start, at least. He walks into the cleave, I press my Demonic Strength, and that does a lot of damage. And my pet gets a lot of initial threat that way. Can I close my thingy? You obviously have to soak the runes on the ground. Preferably in the order that they spawn. That was really toxic, and I think that this is over, that I'm gonna die here. Wait, I am gonna die. This is the wrong highlight. Did you, Pico? Did you link the? Did you? Why is there a 20-minute clip? It's the wrong one. Yeah. But let's see. Is this the kill try at the end here? This has to be the kill try, right? Yeah. Okay. Right? There we go. So stack them up, press the Demonic Strength, and there we go. Well, I'm not saying that you cut it like that. I'm just saying that it is cut like that. Soak the runes. You want to soak the one that is the smallest first. If you know that you can get around to all of them, it's fine. And you actually want to keep pick these up pretty much when they spawn, because they will despawn after a certain time, I'm pretty sure. Keep soaking the runes. The one thing that is really, really hard in this fight is to keep track of this one, Blood of the Father. You really want to put your pet stun or coil this in the cast. That's really, really important. It's also kind of important to keep curses up. Like, you want to keep weakness up on Sigrun and Verbrand, Jarl, and you want to keep tongues on the other one, just to reduce the damage. It's quite a bit of damage reduction that you get passively from the curses here. So that's one thing that's really important. Yeah, you can stun it in the cast, and then it doesn't go off anymore. If it goes off, you have to fear it until the duration is done. I think I missed it later on in the fight, and I have to do that. So here, you can see how the aggro from Sigrid is really weird sometimes. I tried to keep it on my pet, and I tried to keep my pet on top of the caster so that I can actually have some cleave. This is going to increase your damage by a lot if you're able to do this. So you see here, Sigrid just randomly targets me for no reason, but then it goes back to my pet. So every time Sigrid goes on me, I press pet attack on Sigrid until it attacks Sigrid, and then put it back on the caster. At least until it's on top, and then I can make it target something else again. When it does the Valkyrie formations, you really just gotta look at what is casting, what is happening. Also, you really want to cancel the cast from the Runeseer pretty late. The next thing you can do is you can Shadow Fury the spin, so you don't have to move from it. If you're outside, it doesn't really matter. Your pet is not going to die from it. But it's really good for... it's really good for if you're close to it. You see here, randomly Sigrid comes over and attacks me, and then she goes back on the pet, then she goes back to me again. So this is like kind of the struggle of the demo challenge, just random aggro on Sigrid, and you gotta try to juggle that together with other stuff. Here I think that I actually miss a... I think I missed the rune there. I just didn't see it under the other stuff. If you can find good implosions, it's really good to get good implosions. But the main thing is just control. Like, if you keep it under control, then you're gonna have a better time on this challenge. Like, it's a really, really long challenge. Like, I'm doing 900 DPS now. I heard about people doing like 11, 1200. I think that's really high. It's very impressive of them to do that high DPS. Maybe, I think that if you can keep them stacked like this, Dreadlash might do more. Might do more AoE, but... oh yeah, this is one thing that I'm gonna zoom a bit back here. So once you get into the middle of the fight there's one point where Jarl gets the second enrage. You have to heal your pet through the second enrage. If your pet dies here, it's really, really, really bad. So you just have to commit to making sure that your pet lives. You see here, it almost dies for me, and I'm even standing in the fire in order to make it live. As long as it lives through that enrage, it's not really gonna die that much afterwards. I used my pet stun there to soak it, and I think this is where I missed the stun and the coil on the other one. Something to note, when you have your Tyrant rolling, your Tyrant is actually a very large amount of self-healing because you're doing a lot of damage during your Tyrant, and that means that your Soul Leech shield is refreshing a lot. So you're actually very tanky during Tyrants. So here, I make sure my pet does aggro, then move everything back to the caster so I can actually get some cleave value. But again, like, control is more important than absolute output. Sigurd goes on to me for some reason. I put my pet back on Sigurd until Sigurd is on the pet. I can also try to move it in manually. There we go. I kicked this early, and I don't think I should. But I get the coil there. You see I got the coil on the Blood of the Father. And that allows me to not have to deal with a fear thingy. Very important to keep a track on your pet HP, though. Like, you see there, it goes to, like, to 50%. It's a good idea to just heal your pet early rather than to wait until the last second. So you see here, I missed the thing because I was soaking, or no, I was dodging the Valkyrs. But you just fear it, and then you're kind of fine. So I think I end up actually being able to finish the boss here. There we go. That is the end of the encounter. Unless I got a bug. Like, this seems like a really weird, and it's my first...